All right. Let's see here. And there. I'll just go ahead and get going. How's it going, everybody? We are here for the end of August in 2023. We're now officially like 3 years behind. We're really falling behind, and that's really on me more than anything. But yeah, we are getting to the end of the deals here. Getting to the end of the month. We got a few shows. We got our first show coming up. Let me see. We should have 5 total. We got 2 adrenalines and then the Damnation at the end, and then we got a couple of live stages, so we're doing pretty okay. Let me check. It doesn't look like I'll be using Christian here. I'm trying to look. I don't exactly have that. Hello. What are your thoughts on the AI mod that dropped? AI mod? I don't think I've heard much about that. Or maybe I just don't quite know what you're talking about. I really should just get rid of Dan Severn. I think I've got enough people for, he only costs like 60 a show. Does he really only cost 60 a show? I thought he cost more money. Someone dropped 27 mods at the same time, but different eras basically got AI to generate it. It's so cursed. Any new signings you've done since I was here? Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's do that. Is that Facade? Yeah. He's one half my tag champs. That'll be good for now. And then to the arena here. Broadcasters. JCW uses Facade well. Yeah, he's my tag champ with Wheeler Yuta. So those are my tubes gotta reconnect. Okay. Looks like it's coming back. There we go. I don't know what happened. Just had a fart. Honestly, probably help myself. Would probably help myself if I just didn't do kick. No one's really at kick anyway, so... Effie and Tim Don's got in a huge row. Okay. Peter Cullen pass away. I mean, it's sad. It is what it is. I mean, yeah, that's... The Tim Curry one was also sad, too. But it was expected because I know he was in really rough shape recently. So, you know. He's a picture pack you started way back when. Oh, yeah, the whatchahoozits, yeah. And a lot of times for a lot of these guys, I just kept the backgrounds so that when I make my own, it doesn't show as much here because I don't think I've done as much with like, I think besides like, God, like Anthony Mayweather or Drew Parker, like I don't think, yeah, I don't think I've done it much with the guys, but a lot of the Joshis, a lot of the women in my Japanese one, I've done new stuff with. When is okay? Thanks, Ramen. I appreciate it. Great. You see Picky in the Brain episode of Dolly Parton? Probably, and I just can't quite remember. Yeah, the Drew Parker pick is... Yeah, also the fact that I've gone so slow on this, I'm officially now 3 years behind on this. So yeah, the Drew Parker pick is still kind of at least, you know, like of the time. But yeah. I think I was only 1 year behind when I started this. I think I was only about 1 year behind when I started this, and now I've thrown an extra 2 on. Somehow I've gotten so slow at this at doing these streams. Expected Dolly or Hayden? Oh, Hayden Pant. Yeah. I've seen all the who's it's conspiracy theories with Hayden, where she was like, some stuff happened to me in Hollywood, some famous people, and then 3 weeks later she's gone. TEW is one of those things where it's like, I'll do it. Like I think, you know what it is because I really like doing it, and I like doing these streams and doing all the booking and stuff. It's just because I'm running 2 different promotions, I'm running legitimately 10 events a month. I'm usually doing about 5 a piece. So it is a lot to just deal with. And then, of course, the fact that because I'm streaming it, I feel like I have to like really do some stuff so I can like show people and, you know, actually make it feel somewhat interesting. Do you have your old Hollywood mogul databases? I don't know. I think I might have tossed those. WMMA 6 though, I'm pretty excited about. I think all the stuff that he didn't want to put in there is all the stuff that I'm just like, oh shit, yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely do like boxing stuff and like bare knuckle boxing, like especially when they were like, yeah, you could do bare knuckle, you could do no holds barred like fights. I'm just like, oh my god, you could make your own bum fights. You could do bum fights in this game. And then end up on Dr. Phil. Let me do this real quick. Video pre-tape, character development. Fight between Fox and Cage. All right, Fox is going to be here, so he could be subject to the video. I usually use Samoa Joe for the host, and then Christian Cage is off screen because being the subject of the video, not in an active on-screen role because he is not currently able to work angles. I don't remember that happening. What happened? I don't remember him not being... Oh, because he's not here. Duh. I literally told him to take the day off. There we go. Yeah, because even if I make him the subject of a video, I'd have to pay him a full booking for that. And so I'm not doing that. I don't want to pay him unless he's here. All right. Opening contest. I've got Trey Lamar. I've got Preston Vance. There we go. We're doing 11 minutes on that. So Lamar getting the victory. Open match. Clean win. We'll bring... let me see here. It doesn't look like... Yeah, we could bring Caesar out. I think Caesar's not too much money. Someone to come out with him in his group, and I'm pretty sure Caesar's cheap. Yeah, he's $20. I think he's cheaper than Jesse Goddard's. Yeah, I'm trying to really penny pinch a lot because I'm spending too much money on other shit. Let's see here. Next angle. We got Ethan Hennig coming out. That is 5 minutes. Why did I decide we needed Heath and Joe Hennig cutting 5 minutes worth of promo? That's fine. I'll roll with it. Heath Hennig. Do that. And then they've got their next match. It's Heath and Hennig facing the Throwbacks. There we go. We're looking at 12 minutes total. They're the heels, but fuck. I mean, they should probably... They'll still win. They're still just straight up the better team, though. Let me see here. So after that, we have got backstage interviews, Donst and Pero. All right, so we have got... Drop that in. And 2 minutes on that. Thoughts on Randy Orton, Legend Killer Persona 05 coming on the Prime contract on WWE 2K26. Man, this tells me just how removed I am from WWE 2K. Is half of that I didn't understand. But I'm sure it's some online bullshit that I don't play for WWE 2K. Therefore, my thoughts are really nothing. Because half the time, if I still am rocking 2K25, and I'm really only rocking it because I'm not particularly playing WWE people. I decided to do like a little local fed by literally hitting that rando button on the character customizer and then just creating like personas based off that, and then just kind of running stuff. I really kind of enjoy the rando button on the character creator to just make some goofy shit. It basically made like a Randy the Ram character. That's kind of like my champion. I think you need your sight checked. What? And my brain. What? What did I say? Okay, so Pero, he is he's cutting a promo backstage, as well as Tim Donst. There we go. And no, it's not in the ring. It's backstage interview. Here we go. Next match. We have got... There we go. Wait, you were talking about what we were talking about? No. This is over. Sorry. This is one of the things with over on YouTube. I know it's not on the screen because I haven't really been able to quite integrate the YouTube thing, but someone on YouTube asked about the Randy Orton Legend Killer Persona 05 thing for WWE 2K26. Yeah, someone was asking about that over there. And yeah, that was just me going, I understood some of those things. I know that they added like an open world type thing, but I really don't know much about online WWE 2K at this point, just because I don't. Did PC finally get stuff like that? Did they actually? Because I know that was a thing even up until last year that they didn't really do a lot of that online stuff because they were just like, they'll just mod it in, so we're not going to give them any of the nice stuff. At least that was the feeling of why they decided not to do stuff like the Island. In-ring angle live series, we'll do character development. This is Tim Donst. Working the crowd. This is Pero. I mean, they're both kind of selling, but we'll have them work the crowd. That's more what they're doing here. And Online Express coming out. You're here on YouTube. Okay. I have 3 different chats going on my one of my other monitors here. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff kind of just over on my left monitor. We need 3 minutes in the ring. Angle live. This is character development, I guess. And we're looking at Rhett Titus and Kenny King. I think it's only like the second or third time maybe that they've been booked. They're so expensive. You know what's funny? They actually had what's the other one other than YouTube and Twitch? Is it It's Kick. And that's a recent one. That's something that I only started probably like 3 months ago or so, because I was like, well, maybe I should have at least yet another one just to see. I don't really promote it really, but it's there. Just in case anyone just like stumbles upon it. I really don't like a lot of its like a gameplay selection type thing where it's just not good. Where it's like, oh, there's things in here that like are not even all that obscure that for some reason you can't pick as like a game in the library. Yeah. I mean, it's not good for much anything. I don't really do. Yeah, it is. I don't even think I'm probably, well, now that Ramen was over there, I probably have one whole follower. Angle live. We'll just do generic. And it is acclaimed, so yeah, cutting a promo and next caster. There we go. Save that. And 2v2. We've got ANX and the acclaimed. Of course, this is an earlier acclaimed, so they're like nobodies really at this point. Their popularity is like nothing, because when this save started, they were like nothing basically. They were practically nobodies. So let's see here. Let's give it to Rhett Titus. I don't really care which of them lose. Yeah, open match. I don't even know if it needs to be open match. Honestly, yeah, we'll just have him beat him. It's in 8 minutes. It doesn't need to be too much of a back and forth. Would you ever sign Danhausen? I don't really care all that much. I don't think I could do anything with Danhausen. Like, I don't think there's much that I would be willing to do in this promotion for Danhausen. I could probably, that I don't maybe could do with someone potentially cheaper. Let's see. Fox is still with Cage. So yeah, character development. AR Fox. Christian Cage is still off screen. There we go. And that is our main event coming up. It is Fox versus Manders. It is 19 minutes total. We're looking at Fox getting the win. Open match. We'll do clean win. We need to make sure he's got momentum going into his fight with Christian. This is just a minute where he's calling him out again. Cutting a promo. Do that, and then oops. final segment of the show is 2 whole minutes in the ring. Angle, hype. It is Commissioner Dinsmore coming out for Fox versus Cage at Damnation. All right. 89 minutes. That's what I got here. So we are golden. Kerry Morton in your mod. I mean, I do insert people. Like, I do take some people that are like kind of noteworthy that weren't potentially in the database in like 2020. So yeah, there are some people that I will add. Kerry Morton could obviously be someone that I could do. How much am I spending? 5,300. All right. You had the Outbreak, Jackson, and Abel. I have no idea who those people are. I got to be honest with you. I got no idea who those people are. I don't know who they are. You don't watch JCW? Not really, no. I know of it, but yeah, I've never really watched much of it. All right. I think we're good then. We've got 14 segments, 89 minutes. We have got everything set up. All right. Vertigo's Adrenaline, number 7. 618 people have arrived for the weekly Friday show. We get ourselves a video recap, starting out with AR Fox and Christian Cage from last week's confrontation and fight between them, and then promoting AR Fox in tonight's main event, taking on one called Manders. He will be in action, and we will see what comes of that. Opening contest, Trey Lamar taking on Neo Body Guys' Preston Vance. Goes just under 9 minutes for the opening contest, and a good show from both of them, especially Trey Lamar, 52. But Trey Lamar gets the win by pinfall in our opening match. Getting ready for the next one, we get Heath and Joe Hennig coming out. They explain their attack last week after the main event on Taylor Wyndham, and explain that they felt that he was an albatross around their neck. He couldn't get it done, and they are looking for a replacement. And they're looking forward to finding a replacement for Taylor Wyndham to join them in the Fed, someone who wouldn't quite be the albatross that he was. This leads to a match between them and the Throwbacks as they were coming out for a match, and goes just over 10 minutes, and Heath ends up hitting the sweetness on JJ Garrett to get the win over them, and not too much else here. Of course, Heath and Hennig both kind of carrying the match quite a bit there. We go backstage to get ready for our next match. It is between Pero and Tim Donst. They both get about 60 seconds backstage as they're preparing for their match, getting their wrists taped up and all that. And they kind of know they have a bit of respect for each other, but they're planning on fighting. So they're getting their wrists taped. They know they're probably in for a brawl between the both of them. And they will come out next. Who the hell's the Throwbacks? It is JJ Garrett and Griff Garrison. I'm sure you've probably heard of Griff Garrison maybe from AEW. And then JJ Garrett's a guy that he's like a Midwest guy. He's kind of a local Midwest indie guy. I think he's been on Revolver a couple times. What's my promotions product? I use Lucha Resu. Lucha Resu is usually what I end up using. I quite like him. Yeah, Griff Garrison's been around for a while, but yeah, he's been in AEW. I think he was in AEW, and he was tag partners with Brian Pillman Jr. before he left for WWE. Yeah, he basically used the Dragon Gate style. I find that it's pretty much a lot easier on their bodies, and it kind of has the product style that I want, that I tend to book quite a bit. We get Pero versus Tim Donst. A good wrestling, decent reaction from both of them. It goes just under 13 minutes. These guys brutalize each other in just 13 minutes. Bloody each other a little bit. And eventually Pero hits a power bomb on Tim Donst and gets the pin. And they look at each other. They busted each other open. Not too much, but a little bit of blood. And they end up shaking hands as a show of respect for their fight. And we get Kenny King and Rhett Titus coming out. All Night Express have a Vertigo tag team title match coming up in just a little over a week. They were given their title match back for Anniversary Blitz. There was an unfortunate injury from, I think it was Rhett Titus, and they will get their match this time against the new tag champions of the Neon Ninjas. So we get a tune-up here. They'll get to show the Ninjas what it looks like when they're going to lose to them. And their tune-up match is against the Acclaimed, who come out. They rap about All Night Express. Before Caster gets to the punchline, All Night Express come out and just start beating them up on the ramp. And both teams end up fighting each other. All Night Express throws them in the ring, and we get our match. Decent match between the two teams. Just under 8 minutes. Not anything too big. But Rhett Titus ends up hitting the muff driver on Anthony Bowens, carrying the match here for everybody, and ends up getting the win for the All Night Express as they get themselves a bit of momentum going into Damnation. I believe that should already be on there. Yeah, so they are challenging there. And AR Fox coming out. He's ready for the main event. He's still livid at Christian Cage, says he plans on sending Cage home for good and retiring him at Damnation, of course. Attacked him at his home. Cage came and attacked him after a confrontation last week, and this has been kind of a blood feud between the two of them. And AR Fox is planning on sending him home next week and retiring him for good. We get our main event. AR Fox taking on one called Manders. Great reaction. Great wrestling, decent reaction. Just went just over 17 minutes. Fox catcher by AR Fox puts Manders away eventually, and he gets the win and the momentum going into Damnation. But he is not done. He calls out Christian Cage, demanding that the fight continue to see if he's still here. See if he's here from last week. And unfortunately, Christian Cage is not here. Commissioner Dinsmore comes out and announces that, but he decides that there was a confirmation that they were going to fight at Damnation, and he decides that the fight at Damnation between AR Fox and Christian Cage will be not just a grudge match, but it will be a ladder match, and hanging high up above will be a shot at the Vertigo World title. So Fox versus Christian Cage with a shot of the Vertigo World title in a ladder match at Damnation. And that is how we end the show. 58. Show That's What I Call Wrestling reviews good, bad wrestling. Okay, yeah, I haven't heard of World Wrestling Empire before. Just curious if you had to pick a hardcore wrestler who'd signed to Vertigo. Too Tough Tony, Nick Gage, Madman Pondo. If I had to sign like one of those three, would that be probably, if it was between those three? I mean, I guess it'd probably be Gage. I don't know. Madman Pondo seems like he's not exactly really not a bad person. I've seen some of his matches. Of course, a lot of it was like his earlier, like 2000s matches. I didn't really mind a lot of Madman Pondo's matches, but I know he's quite old now, isn't he? Like, he was decently old 20 years ago when I saw the stuff with him and JC Bailey. He's definitely older now. God, we lost $3,000. Yep. But we did gain a point, so that's good. Past show's good. All right. 25th. Okay, so we still have got show here. All right. Idol Pro. Let me make sure. I don't really know anything about Too Tough Tony, to be honest with you. I really don't. I've heard the name before, but I've never really seen anything with him, so I couldn't really tell you. Let me make sure, as far as all this is concerned, that we have our shows lined up as we're supposed to. 23rd and then the 30th. So we're good there. Let me switch over here just to make sure we have everything lined up here that's supposed to be lined up. It'd be the 25th and then 28th. Okay, so I think I was planning on the 26th, but I think I need to move that to Monday. Not ideal, but yeah, 28th. Normal. I think this is also one of the shows. Yeah, a lot of this was running for 2, and I ended up booking this and maxed out at 2.5 hours. I think I'll just keep that as it is, to be honest with you. It is what it is. 11,000 people watching, so that's good, at least. I don't think there's much anything else. There's that. So we've got a few days, because I think our next show is on Wednesday the 23rd. I think the only thing was, and I didn't put it here, I believe one of the things was one of the signings I planned on doing. Marcel Barthel became an NXT champion. That's about the best he'll ever do, I think. That guy won't do much anything else. Zach Gibson and Santana. Oh, I forgot those two are in AEW at this point for this. There's a lot of different stuff happening all at once. New champion NXT, Jessie Camilla won the NXT Women's title. Ronda Rousey sidelined. Mansoor and Karrion Kross. There's a huge row between them, huh? Let's see. Jinsei Shinzaki comments, upset AJPW. I mean, if that happened in real life, they'd probably just have to deal with it. New champion in Stardom, SWA title that hasn't existed in, I think, at least 3 or 4 years now. Rob Van Dam and Melissa Santos had an argument. Let's see. Yota Tsuji got injured, damaged knee cartilage. And then, yeah, that's about it. Brian Keith joined PWG because it still existed 5 years ago. Yeah, 2 years behind WWE buying AAA, yeah. I mean, even then, I don't think, even in this game, WWE would buy AAA. Let me look. Red Shoes Uno got an offer from Dragon Gate. Let me look at my short list. Oh, this is my Japanese one. Oh. Yep. I did look at probably who is going to be the potential. He's not listed here, but I figured someone who was on the level maybe of of 2020 Bo Dallas as a guy I'd probably have as his replacement. Who, I mean, his charisma and microphone is quite good, so he'd be good as a management role. I think his wrestling is okay. But yeah, I think he was going to be the guy that I had replacing Wyndham. Travel costs aren't covered, I think, because, yeah, he is technically in the area. So, yeah. $230, I think, is actually less than what I was paying. Less than what I was paying Wyndham. There we go. You can add only wrestlers as a promotion in your game. Only wrestlers? I don't know. Yeah, I try to make sure that if there's guys who like are like noteworthy people, and it's just like, oh, these aren't in my game because they didn't really exist in 2020. I don't remember. I want to say I don't remember if Trick Williams was. Yeah, he was here, but yeah, I think I added him in, and he has like his WWE popularity. So he comes in with like pretty decent popularity already. So $1,800 if I wanted to get him. So, Did I see Adam Blampier? Probably, because he was in this. Because he was in the. I think he had only gotten canceled once by the time he was put in this database. He only had the first cancellation, I believe. Let me see here. New champion in Dragon Gate. Ada lost the Open the Brave Gate title to Dragon Dia. Dash Chisako and Takumi Aroha. They've been spending a huge amount of time together recently. Is Takumi trying to turn her over to the other side before she gets pregnant? Let's see. Oh, they got their 5-star Grand Prix going on. Oz booking slammed, predictable, uncreative, and uninspiring. I mean, is that too much different than Oz Academy in general? Especially a couple years ago? Reading Yamashita bruised buttocks. Okay, that's not too much. But I'm sure I'll still get a thing about it. Yep. I don't think I'm booking her in the next show anyway. OnlyFans for wrestlers that RVD and Katie Forbes started backed out from. Yeah, probably not. I'm probably not going to add that. I didn't realize they even had an OnlyFans for wrestlers. I thought that was just called OnlyFans. Like, Himika got a calf strain. Okay, it's not going to be too bad. GLEAT crisis. I mean, that's also... Sean Bennett, Shane Thorne bonding recently. BJW locker rooms having issues. There we go. Pros and cons of movie star. Sure. Oh my God. How do you spell his damn name? Because obviously it doesn't go by Aiden English. I forget his like shoot name. I know it's got an odd... There we go. Nah. It's right there. Oh, it is right. Jesus Christ. I didn't even look at the fact that it's right there. You do need your site. I don't look at their damn bios. I've gotten so used to not looking at their bios. All right. Yeah, we're moving on. Oh, this is taking its time now. Why is it taking its time? Why does it look like it's there we go. Having problems. Bulk Duck Nick Camarado. I mean, that's pretty realistic to actual Nick Camarado. All right. We'll just skip that. There, we're in Shinkiba for this. All right. Not gonna do that. Don't care about booking team meeting. Momoka Hanazono and Hina have been hanging out recently. Training drills, and we're good. No, this is just a real small. This is not exactly it's a lesser event. I was gonna say it's not quite throwaway, but yeah, live stage terminus. All right, so 4 minutes to explain the concept, hype it up. So Nambo will do that. There we go. All right, opening contest. So yeah, the terminus format, we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. 10-minute time limit, and whoever actually wins their matches will move on to the main event, and then we have a main event match for that. Now Kakuta, Sakomiya, minutes. Kakuta getting the win. Open match, clean win. I made a mistake. It was the wrong now. It was now Ishikawa. There we go. I cannot read. Maybe I do need my eyes, my sight checked. Oh no. And now Kakuta, Miku Kanai, bringing all the cheap people in. And now does win this one. Whoops. There we go. And then we've got match 3. It is Ayano Irie and Asahi. That goes 12 minutes. It is a draw. Open match. And it is, where are you at? Time limit finish. So it goes the 10-minute time limit for a draw. Throw a quick angle in there where they fight each other in the ring. Angle, serious, why not? Ayano Irie fighting, Asahi fighting. There we go. Next match is Arisu versus Momoka Hanazono. That is 11 minutes. Open match, clean win. There we go. Match 5. Where's Stephanie Vacher and Julia signed? I think Julia's still in Stardom at this point. Stephanie Vacher, I don't know. Ram and Harada. That's going to go to 12 because that's going to go to a draw. Open match. Time limit. That's what happens as well. Let me go over here because distraction on Ram by Ayano is kind of what helps. And then Angle, of course, Ram's going to be pissed about it. That's 2 minutes. Character development of Ram. Working the crowd. There we go. All right. Main events. First off, announce the sponsor prize and a shot at the Fighting Spirit title. Hype. Namba. There. Character development. Sure. I don't know why I did a 3-way dance because I don't think. Sure, we'll do it that way. So we've got now. Now Ishikawa, now Kakuta, and Arisu Endo. My phone right on time to let me know that I've got a mobile live dashboard for Twitch. Whoops. Shot at FS title. That is a grand total of 21 minutes for this. Now Kakuta taking the win. Open match. Tainted win. And first elimination is now Ishikawa. And then the second one being Arisu. Here we go. Last angle, 3 minutes in the ring. Hype, I guess. Well, it's character development, I guess. With now Kakuta. Character development. Yeah, I guess that's about what I would do. And there we go. Should be good. Nothing necessarily there that's bad. 89 minutes on 11 segments is exactly what I got. And I think I'm about ready to go. Let me make sure I didn't accidentally overbook stuff. Nope. Usually that money would let me know. All right. All right, we are here for Live Stage Terminus, a sold-out Shinkiba first ring for yet another one of our live stage concepts. This month is Terminus, and we are running down the Terminus format. This is basically how it will be. There will be 5 one-on-one matches throughout the show. The winners of each match will move on to the main event. However, not everyone might make it to the main event. These matches only have a 10-minute time limit attached to it. Therefore, you only have 10 minutes to beat your opponent. If you're unable to do it. Both of you are eliminated. No one is going to the main event. So you got to beat them, and you got to beat them fast. And of course, the winners will go on to the main event for a prize to be named later on in the show. We start out with our first of 5 contests. Now Ishikawa taking on Asako Miya. And decent reaction, subpar wrestling, but now does get the win in 8:22 over Asako Miya. So now Ishikawa will be moving on to tonight's main event. We move on to the next one. Now Kakata taking on Miku Kanai. Decent reaction, but subpar wrestling once again, as now carries Miku into this match. Now Kakata came out of the match looking good. That's good. Also 8:22, this time tapping her out by submission, and now Kakata will be the second participant moving on to the main event. We get match number 3 out of 5, Ayano Irie versus Asahi. A decent match between both of them, very back and forth. However, neither one was able to pin the other in the 10-minute time limit, so we get ourselves our first time limit draw. The time expired, and neither one of them will be moving on to the main event tonight. They stare each other down after the draw, unhappy about this result. They begin fighting each other again, and it leads to staff coming in and breaking them up. We get to match number 4, Arisu Endo taking on Momika Hanazono. It was a decent match between the both of them, a pretty even fight between them. Arisu Endo ends up getting the win in 8:41 to move on to tonight's main event. So we have 3 participants going into the main event. We have one more match coming up, and that is match number 5, Ram Kaicho taking on Haruna Neko. Pretty close between the both of them as well. Ram Kaicho about to get the win over Haruna Neko, it seemed. However, Ayano Irie distracted Ram, allowed Haruna to knock her down, and they just ran out of time. So unfortunately, time limit draw hit for both of them. Neither one of them will be going on, and we have only 3 participants for tonight's main event. Ram is irate at Ayana's interference. It keeps her out of the main event. She is certainly not happy about that. And we move on to tonight's main event. Sairi Namba comes out, and it is a special sponsor who will be, they have a prize bonus, an unnamed sponsor with an unnamed prize bonus, as what tends to happen in Joshi a fair amount. Plus, there will be a shot at the Fighting Spirit title. They will have the opportunity to face the Fighting Spirit champion, whoever that may be. Currently Mika Iwata, and we'll see what happens with that. But not only is it a sponsor prize, but a shot at the title. And our 3 winners for tonight's main event, now Ishikawa, now Kakata, and Arisu Endo. Good heat, decent wrestling. Now Ishikawa eliminated first. It came down to now Kakata and Arisu Endo. Just under 18 minutes is what it took in this 3-way dance. Now Kakata gets the win after a bit of cheating, and she will move on and wins tonight's Terminus main event. She celebrates with the sponsor bonus and grabs the microphone at the end of the show, sends people home telling her that she will beat Mika Iwata for the title. So she's got a Fighting Spirit title match coming up for her, and we'll see when that happens. No popularity changes, but I think we made some money. At least we made $1,000, so that's something. It's pretty much designed to just make money. What's your biggest standout of the new features for WMMA 6? Probably the one that the one that Adam really didn't want to put in the game, of shutting off certain aspects like boxing or kickboxing or BJJ or something like that. I would love to see, because I know you can save certain rule sets now instead of just having to change it each time. So I'd really enjoy if I'd be able to do like what Pride and Ryzen did, and actually change the rule sets and have multiple rule sets throughout one show. like have a kickboxing match and an MMA match and stuff like that, because I always thought that was kind of neat. I don't know if that would be allowed, if that's going to be a thing, but I would imagine it might be in the game. So we'll see. I do enjoy that, as well as like the yeah, Adam wanted it strictly MMA and not other disciplines. Yeah. He didn't really want that. He strictly wanted it MMA, but you know, people had asked for it and he's planning on this being the last one, so he added it in. And I'm pretty happy about that, at least. Also, the bare knuckle fighting, as well as the no holds barred, where you could basically create Fight Club as like an official promotion, basically. School of Ishii, Dynamite. Dean Malenko's probably jealous that he's not the main locker room guy or the head agent. Yuka Sakazaki's got a new catchphrase. Tiger Mask retires. Tomohiro Ishii retires. Oh, that's why he's got a school. Trevor Murdoch and Brian Hebner have bonded recently. Thomas Latimer dating Marty Bell. Bobby Roode's done. Mizuki and Yumi Oka got in an argument. Frankie Kazarian's retired. Man, that would have saved us. That would have saved us from his world title reign. A reign that I would have been fine with 15 years ago, but AWG national title. All right. Tai Hanma coming back to. I didn't know she was back in AWG. Oh my God, she's got two titles in AWG plus the Stardom one. Jesus, they're just belting her up. Jesus is retired. All right. Let's get to Friday. He gave in, so we can call this the last one. Yeah. I also like that he changed it so you could have people from 3 feet to 8 feet. Just a massive difference in people. And the first thing I thought when I thought that was dwarf boxing. And I found that dwarf boxing is a thing. I think, didn't they just have a streamer who got TKO'd by a dwarf boxer? Didn't they just have a dude who had that happen to him? But yeah, I wanna be able to run a show with multiple different things where I can have bum fights, dwarf boxing, and RAF all in one show. Other combat styles are added in because he felt pressured, probably. Brody King, Alex Shelley bonded. Gene Taylor bonds with Josh Woods. Bram won the MLW World Heavyweight title. Lindemann bonds with Richard Holiday. Yep. Austin Theory is the one to watch. Oh yeah, Obafemi wasn't in this because he wasn't really a thing in 2020. It looks like NWA has picked him up. Oh yeah, he's still got his WWE popularity, or at least his NXT level popularity. White Mike implies there's a black Mike. Maybe. Oh, hang on. IWRG. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let me go back. It's fine. Actually, Red Shoes. Was that? He had to have been sign. Oh, it's still a handshake. All right. I don't know if I'm going to use him, though. All right. Let's get to one of our last Fridays. We got our go-home show to do. Let me look at it real quick. Sorry, I had to move away from the mic and look at my right monitor that's got my booking sheet just to make sure, like, okay, can I give Christian Cage the night off? Yes, I can. He'll show up in a few nights, obviously, for his big match. I'll get rid of Dan Severn too. I think like I said, I think I need to just get rid of him. I got enough people as road agents, I think, at this point. Yep, at the arena here. There we go. Broadcasters, use that. No booking team meeting. Locker room incidents. Victor Chase might be able to use him. Yeah, there's not really a spot for you. Yuki Ueno and JJ Garrett have been hanging out a lot recently. Trey Lamar and Desmond Xavier had a blazing argument outside the venue. Alex Shelley ran basics and safety for 8 students. Kevin Knight has been getting ribbed a little because of how much he started being influenced by Matt Cardona, even taking on some of his mannerisms. Isn't that kind of how he's been acting in AEW now? In IRL? Oh, people wanted karate, taekwondo. Yeah, that would be interesting. That would have been interesting to have more stuff. What did you send me, Ramen? What is the Velveteen Dream? Patrick Clark incident at the Dual Arena 1 press conference. He's scheduled to fight Mike Perry in his boxing debut. Oh Lord, I don't.
The Kia Center is not Patrick Clark or the Velveteen Dream's first fucking day on the job.
Okay.
No, now they're ordering.
And then they started fighting, but probably not real fighting. They're just trying to get.
I feel like I'm in the episode of The Twilight Zone. He's back. Oh, hey.
Why do we gotta have that? Why does every 2-bit MMA promotion gotta have a quote unquote fight to like sell people in the, that didn't even work anymore, I don't think. Maybe like 8-9 years ago when it was a thing, but now it feels like every 2-bit MMA promotion has a quote unquote fight between some of their headliners to get people talking. Sorry, give me a second. Need to just make sure I got something to drink. All right. We have got show here. 4 minutes. It is. Yeah, we'll be out in the ring for it and hype it up. Matt Cardona out. I don't even think I did much as far as hyping up a world title match. Is that even in the pre-booking? Have we even pre-booked the fact that we got a world title match? No, we don't. It's kind of an afterthought after the Taylor Wyndham thing. Realistically, it's probably not going to be the main event. It's going to be the AR Fox Christian Cage thing. Probably didn't even need to put the world title match on there. Let's see. In the ring. Let's see. Shelley announces it. Okay. So Alex Shelley comes out to have this bit with him. All right. Our opening contest. It is Kevin Knight and Caesar. We're looking at 9 minutes total, so a 7-minute match. And Knight's going to take the win. Open match, clean win. There you go. And let's see. We got Starks promo. Ricky Starks is here. We have got character development for Ricky Starks. It's going to require Nick Dinsmore being out here. That's going to come to a match. Starks and Casanova. That is 15 minutes total. And we got Starks for the win. Open match. Clean win. Yeah, it says clean win. Or it doesn't say it was specifically a dirty win. So, thoughts on GTA 6? I've seen some of the leaks. It didn't look all that much different from GTA 5. But... oh, the presentation? Oh, God, I haven't seen the presentation. I only saw the leaks. I've only seen the leaks that people put on Twitter. I don't know anything about the presentation itself. I haven't seen that. How the fuck were you able to sign Nakamura? He got old and WWE didn't want him anymore. I think that's pretty much how that happened. GTA 6 can let you do backyard wrestling. Cool. Hang on, excuse me one sec. I feel like I gotta sneeze. Hang on. Oh, it's right. Sorry, excuse me. I probably should have. It would have taken me, I think, too many clicks. I apologize for. I tried to turn away from the microphone there. Let me see here. Also, how it and PS5 are going to ruin physical games. Maybe. Meant Sony in general. Bro, they finally announced disc to digital, which is cool with it, mostly for the fact that I've got probably a grand total of like 3 games that I need to like potentially disc to digital over to my Series S. So finally, there's a way to play NHL 19 on my Series S. Assuming that the license for it, when I pop it into my Xbox One, will be allowed to move over to there. I'll finally, after all this time, I'll finally be able to actually use my play NHL 19 on my Series S instead of an Xbox One. Let's see. We've got 1 minute. In the ring, Angle, live, serious. Starks, character development. Let's see. Angle. There we go. This is 2 minutes. We are backstage interview. Character development. This is Tankman and Lamar. So, Calvin Tankman. Cutting a promo. Trey Lamar. Cutting a promo. And number 8. So, warm up for pay-per-view or our big show. Tankman and Lamar versus Ty Ray and Drew Parker. $15 minutes total. This is going to result in not Lamar. Ty Ray being the victor over Trey Lamar. Open match, clean win. There we go. Ah, goodness. Yeah, I was able to sign Nakamura, except on top of the fact that he's old and losing a lot of his stats, he's also like addicted to drugs. And he showed up on the day of one of the one of our big shows where he was supposed to be like kind of like the big get, and showed up too high to work basically. So I had to send his ass home. And at this point, I don't really have enough faith in him between his declining skill set and his soft drug problems to potentially use him. So he's someone who's probably going to be gone. Angle Live hype is Tyree, work of the crowd. It is Calvin Tankman, work of the crowd. We had Pero last week. We've got Odinson this week. And instead of Preston Vance, we got Jesse Godders. Oh, no. Preston Vance was Trey Lamar. That's what it was. Let's see. But, oh, my God. A 9-minute match. All right. Odinson, the victor. Open match. Clean win. Caesar was already there, so I might as well have Caesar. I mean, Caesar's already wrestling earlier in the night, so might as well be ringside. There we go. We've got a Shelly promo backstage. Hype. Alex Shelley cutting a promo. On Cardona, who's off screen, because he'll come out when he's gonna wrestle. What you got? Oh. All right, this will change. All right, 1v1. We have got Matt Cardona and Alex Shelley. It goes 17 total. And we've got Cardona taking the win. Open match, and it's from cheating. We'll do flash pinfall as well. So it won't even just be a fast roll-up, but it'll be a dirty fast roll-up. You should sign Cesar Duran, okay, Dario Cueto. All right. Let's see. We've got 2 minutes in the ring. Angle, Sirius. We've got Ricky Starks as the attacker. We've got Matt Cardona as the victim, as well as Alex Shelley. Here we go. 2 minutes. Sirius. Ricky Starks, character development. Matt Cardona. We'll do, can he do acting? Dramatic acting, I guess, for this. And then Dinsmore. Yeah, we could have him do acting as well. I think we're good. 14 segments. It should be 89 minutes, which is where we're at. Everything's green. We're spending some money. Save the game just in case I mess something up, which I don't think I did. And I think we're good. All right. All right, we are here for Vertigo Adrenaline at number 8. We got 601 people here tonight for the go-home show to Damnation. Matt Cardona opens the show, claiming that he will win the title at Damnation. He'll be taking a tune-up match tonight, and he's basically calling out anybody in the back who thinks that they can maybe beat him or isn't scared to defeat the indie god. And that is answered by none other than Alex Shelley. Insults for Cardona for thinking that he's even that good, and he's going to show him later tonight. So we've got a big main event coming up, Alex Shelley versus Matt Cardona as the lead-in to Cardona's world title challenge. Terrible match between Kevin Knight and Cesar Bononi, but it goes 6.5 minutes, and yeah, it was a match, and Kevin Knight gets the win. We get Ricky Starks showing up. He grabs the microphone. He tells Nick Dinsmore he wants to be in the ladder match at Damnation. AR Fox and Christian Cage, he wants in that match. He feels that he got hosed originally in his title shot match against Taylor Wyndham. That didn't pan out, and he deserves his another chance at this. Nick Dinsmore says, no, this is between Fox and Cage. You're not going to just get yourself put into this ladder match for another shot at the world title. But Ricky Starks, he's already out here, and Dinsmore has Christian Casanova come out, and there's going to be a match between the two of them, since obviously Starks has some energy he needs to get out. And great wrestling, decent reaction, went just under 13 minutes. Rochambeau from Ricky Starks gets the win over Casanova in a pretty good match. And Starks afterwards grabs a microphone, claims that he will find his way into a title shot tonight. Just you wait, the night is not over. And he says, mark my words, he's going to figure it out. We're just not too far into the show. We'll see what happens for the next hour leading through the main event. Tankman and Lamar backstage. They are reuniting. They haven't had a match together, I think, in a couple of months now, since they both have kind of gone solo. Of course, Calvin Tankman has the Heritage title match coming up against Ty Ray, and they're going to warm up by teaming up again tonight. And we will have that next. So Tankman and Lamar teaming up once again. They're taking on the Heritage champion Ty Ray as well as Drew Parker. So nearly 13 minutes with the both of them there. Good wrestling and a decent reaction. And Ty Ray ends up hitting the overtime on Trey Lamar, and the Heritage champion getting the win over Tankman's tag partner there. And yeah, between Ty Ray, Calvin Tankman, yeah, they kind of helped Parker. It was a little bit back there, but yeah, he wasn't killing the entire vibe. So yeah, good match there. And after that, Ty Ray stands tall with the Heritage title, face to face with Calvin Tankman, holds up the title as we get the bit of the hype there between Ty Ray and Calvin Tankman. He nods and he leaves, and that title match is happening in just a few nights. It'll be happening Monday night at Damnation. We get the other half of the end this week. Odinson taking on the other half of the Neo Body guys, Jesse Goddard's. Decent match between them. Just over 9 minutes, the leader of the Neo Body guys had against Odinson. An F10 by Odinson, pins Goddard's, and gets the win. We are heading into our main event. Alex Shelley is backstage. He is tying up his boots, getting everything ready. He's getting his hands and wrists taped up. He's warming up. He's getting ready. He says Matt Cardona thinks himself the indie god. Alex Shelley will be happy to put him down a peg leading into his world title match. And we get tonight's main event, Matt Cardona and Alex Shelley. A good match. Went a little over 14 and a half minutes. Unfortunately for Shelley, Matt Cardona, very willing to cheat and does so. Small package, grabbing the tights, putting the feet on the ropes, getting his win however necessary. And Matt Cardona is going to walk away with an underhanded victory over Alex Shelley. But he can't celebrate too long as Ricky Starks comes out. He lays out Cardona as he's celebrating Alex Shelley. He lays him out as well as Shelley was talking to the ref about the cheating. And with that, Ricky Starks grabs a chair and he begins to focus on Matt Cardona. He also grabs a microphone as he bashes Matt Cardona a couple times and then gets ready to put the chair on his neck. Says that if he can't get into the ladder match between Fox and Cage, then he's going to do the next best thing and take Matt Cardona out to make sure that he's unable to compete in the world title match, and he'll take Cardona's place in the world title match against Mike Bailey. And with that, Dinsmore comes out, tells him to stop, and he says, if you want to be in that match so badly, you've got it. Ricky Starks has been added to the match between AR Fox and Christian Cage. It will be a 3-way ladder match. In fact, I believe I had to change this because for some reason, I can't even delete it, so I'll have to do it after this. But yeah, it will be a 3-way ladder match. AR Fox, Christian Cage, and Ricky Starks for a contract for a shot at the Vertigo world title hanging above the ring. And that is the end of the show. The go home to Damnation. We lost another $2,200. And we gained pretty much everywhere except our home. Jesus, maybe we hit our cap on that for the month. Oh. All right, we got 2 whole shows left. What do we got? Anything big? Anything big? John Layfield and Steve Linsky. Let's see. Haruka Umesaki moving away from Seedling. I think, yeah, she's expires in 30 days. Are they just not renewing her? Working under a deal, no defined endpoint, says it was a mutual decision to part ways. Okay. I wonder if it might be the locker room tension or I don't know what their money looks. Oh, they got plenty of money. But yeah, she's moving on from Seedling. She's still with Marvelous and Sendai Girls, and she's also $900 a show. So that would definitely put her in the upper echelons of my contracts, if I remember right. Yeah, that would make her pretty much my highest pay, considering Konami is only here for like four appearances. TNA signed Zoe Serrano. I do not really know who that is. Hiroshima hangs his boots up. Let's see, O'Reilly. Psycho agrees to deal with AWG. Okay. I believe everything live stage 54 is in 4 days, and then this Damnation is in 2 days. So yeah, we're pretty much completely set up there. Zoe Stark from the stud stable. Okay. Yeah, I hate to say that Zoe Stark is also someone that, like, I recognize the name, but I've never really watched her matches. So, I just kind of, unfortunately, I just kind of shrugging. That's a lot of NXT, to be honest, because I think she was in NXT for quite a while, maybe. But yeah, it's just like, I hear about these matches that ends in like NXT where it's just like, oh, the new top team is Steve Henderson and Jordan Bonfire or something like that, and it's like, I've never heard of these people in my life. Jay White bonds with Juice Robinson in New Japan. Oh yeah, he's still in New Japan technically at this point. Both of them are. Matt Jackson wows fans at All Out. Where was this technically at? Tax Slayer Center. Where is Tax Slayer Center? Is that's not Cleveland, is it? Vibrant Arena, Moline, Illinois. Oh, it's the Quad Cities. That's not, yeah, that's not where, that's iWireless Center. I think I kind of remember it as the iWireless Center. Okay, so it's in the Quad Cities. Pretty close to Chicago. What did the main events look like here? Jon Moxley retained the AEW World title against Cody Pack and Jacob Fatu in a cage match. Jericho retained the TNT title against MJF. Can you imagine? That does feel like AEW, and it also feels like the turning of them on Chris Jericho on him. Hybrid Tube defeat the Young Bucks. Darby Allin and Jonathan Gresham defeat Joey Janela and Jake Hager, and it got an 89. What? Who led this? Jake Hager, obviously the guy who drug the whole thing down. What a team right there. What a match. Darby Allin and Jonathan Gresham. Adam Page defeating Chuck Taylor. Imagine that was All Out too. Hey, we need Hangman on All Out. Oh, all right. He's a one-on-one with Chuck Taylor. Yuka Sakazaki defeated Thunder Rosa. A-Kid defeated Eli Drake. Pineapple Pete and Marshall and Royal defeated AJ Styles, Callahan, and what the fuck? Who the fuck is Buddy Royal, by the way? I don't even know who the hell he is. He's definitely like a lesser known dude. But yeah, Dunkerton, QT Marshall, and Buddy Royal defeating. It's one thing when it's like Devlin and Callahan, but AJ Styles as well. The Guard, Bandito and Dominic Mysterio defeating Ace Austin and Tom Lawler. What a pair of teams. At least Bandito and Dominic Mysterio, at least if this was 2026, would probably make some sense. Rhino's hurt. Calf strain. Okay. ACH got a win. Sounds cool. Marty Scurll's evolving. Is he? He's more of a comedy wrestler. That'll benefit his career. Okay. Didn't he have the so he's not working anywhere, but he's evolving himself into a comedy guy. Maybe that'll work in Japan. Whatever happened to Cheeseburger IRL as a wrestler? I don't know. He was in Vegas for WrestleMania weekend. I stood next to him for one of the shows. I saw him hanging around. I don't know if he had matches. Johnny Swinger and Rhino, a huge row between them. Vaney injured. Renee Majda's bag of that. All right. Here we go. There's that. Round 8 did pretty okay. Just get to Monday. No one wants that guy. I always thought that AWG is that who you just linked? Oh, Hinata Senya. Yeah. Oh my god, she does the overdrive. Well, thankfully it's AWG and no one gives a shit. Yeah, Hinata Senya is definitely a purdy one. Marufuji's got a broken wrist. Micah Ozaki bonds with Manami. Reika Saiki and Micah Ozaki bonded. BJW's got locker room tension. Shimmer's not dead in this. Oh, they're down so much money. They're down so much. Why are they not dead yet? This game. All right. Oh, hang on. Himika's back to 100%. Oh, all right. Well, hey, a lot of people. We got our big show coming up. A lot of people want some more money. 90 to 160, $70. How about 52? Cyrus fees 180 to 250. All right, yeah, that's fine. Max Caster 20 to 80. How about 45? All right. All right, we've got our Damnation coming up here tonight. Give the night off. I don't think there's anybody except maybe Dan Sever, and he's still only got 60. You know what? We'll give him a chance, I think. Select the venue. We're gonna sell out broadcasters, our normal broadcasters. Booking team meeting. 314. Final stored amount's been capped at 250. All right, so we need to, I think we can spend it. Let's do like a creative finish. Likely to succeed, all right. And then we'll throw in maybe a gimmick idea. Safe bet. All right, cool. Because we got a brand new gimmick to come up with, so. Locker room incidents. Might be able to use them? No. We're full up. Shinsuke Nakamura and Ryan Davidson butted heads and they're furious with each other. Okay. Alex Shelley did drills on basics and safety. Can we inspire them? Yeah, we can. Let's inspire them. All right. Is there any promotions you work with as Idol Pro and Vertigo? Not really. We're just trying to not die, basically. We're doing a bit better on the Joshi promotion front. Not so much here with Vertigo. A lot of expensive people tied into our stories. All right, 3-minute intro video, outside broadcast, video, pre-taped, hype. So yeah, the intro video for our big stories. Oh man. Can I back out? Oh, tell me I didn't. No, don't. Tell me I didn't save. Okay. Someone forgot something. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of that shit. All right. Wait, what is Damnation? Oh God, we still had that one lined up? No, get rid of that. Okay. Let's try this again. Not giving anyone the night off. We got our venue. Got our broadcasters. I got to redo the booking team meeting. Safe bet is good. A near certainty is good. Great. Shinsuke Nakamura, creative finish. But he's got to be the victor, though, doesn't he? Get rid of that. Listen. Probably not going to do it, especially considering it's risky. Cody Hall has turned up to ask if you could use him tonight. Yeah, no, sorry, buddy. Bro, no, don't you? No. 1,000 to 1,250 per show, a rise of 250, or he's done. I was going to mention, I didn't mention this before, but there was a point where I did this and he pulled this shit on me and then he quit. I'm thinking I'm going to do a 125. You know what I should do? I should pay him. I should do the Vince McMahon thing. Pay him the money, fire his ass. Pay him the money, go through the match, job, get the fuck out. All right, done. Tim Donson, Brett Tate have been getting along recently. Tyree, Ricky Stark's been getting along recently. Kevin Knight came to do the creative finish. All right. We're going to re-inspire people. All right. Do a screw job. They were already going to lose, actually. But, yeah, now I've got more reason to do a one and done here with the All Night Express on my shows. I really thought there was going to be more to it, but Kenny King's got to be Kenny King. Intro video pre-taped. This is hype. All right, so yeah, we got Ricky Starks. So yeah, subject of video: Ricky Starks, AR Fox, Christian Cage, Tyree, and Calvin Tankman. And at that point, All Night Express are still technically there as well. All right. All right. Yeah, so this maxed out at 150 minutes. Yeah, so I didn't change it. I still didn't change it, which is fine. I'm not gonna change it because I had already booked this for 150 minutes, so I'm just gonna keep it as that. Even if it only means I got like 3 angles. I think it's a grand total of 4, maybe. All right. Opening contest for the show. Drew Parker, Trey Lamar. I think there was a point, and I still haven't done it, but I think these two were probably going to be guys I wanted to do some sort of like best of 7 series, I think is a plan that I had at some point, and I just never got around to it, and I could still technically do it off of this maybe. I don't know. Make this like the first one, work my way into something else. I don't know. Drew Parker does get the win. Open match, clean win. And let's see. We got Rascal showing up to face Neo Body Guys. That is 13 minutes. Man, they just kept on losing, and they're going to keep on losing as Wentz gets the victory. Open match, clean win. There you go. Another match. This one is a 1v1v1. This is actually a sudden death 3-way. I got Eddie. I got Casanova. And I got Manders. Here we go. 19 minutes. Probably didn't need to be this long. I probably could have shoved another couple of angles in here and not have this be a 17-minute thing, but that's all right. Man, do I want to change this? Am I gonna use Eddie more than Manders or Casanova? I will say, pre-booking sheet has Eddie getting this win, but this probably should be a thing where it would be probably bigger to have Manders or Casanova win. I think Casanova is eventually going to be challenging for the Heritage title, so money. You know what? Casanova, I have planning to probably fight for that Heritage title, so yeah, it's... Will Eddie job to him? Will Eddie lay down for him? We want to do a foot. You know what? If he's willing to take it, he's willing to take it. I'll pay for that Kyrie photo book. It wasn't a photo book though. It was just a Ring Plus, wasn't it? It's just a spread of several. It's a married woman, you sick freak. All right, 1v1. Yeah, so I made this the first half main event going into the intermission. All right. So, world title. There we go. And we're looking at 20 minutes. Also, probably didn't need to be this long, maybe. I don't know how many people are salivating at the mouth for a 18-minute Matt Cardona match. Matt Cardona's a bit unhappy. All right, you know what? Here, we'll have you kept strong. How about that? There you go. Add an angle. Intermission. But we'll have some it's a 10-minute intermission. We usually do some backstage interviews. So we'll do that. So yeah, we'll do one with Casanova for his win. We'll do Mike Bailey. He'll come in. And then to hype their match, we'll do Calvin Tankman. We'll do Tyree. And then, you know what? We'll put in AR Fox as someone who's not going to be happy about the change. Here we go. All right. Add to booking sheet, Tyree Calvin Tankman. That is 16 minutes total. Heritage title on the line. Let's see. We'll have Christian Cage take this. All right. Tankman. Open match. Clean win. There we go. Booking analysis. We'll get there. Throw that in and that in. And that's just 1 minute in the ring. Generic Tankman. Working the crowd. There we go. Done. Team of the End and Heath and Hennig. Have these guys? Yeah, these guys had a couple of matches. Well, they last fought back about a month ago. It should be fine. And Odinson, and we'll do Heath. There we go. And let's see. This is a pre-booked, yeah. Neon Ninjas All Night Express. Will he be willing? Is it Kenny? Will you be willing to put Facade over? Much further down the pecking order. How about Yuta? He's willing to do that. Cool. That'll be the last thing you do. Is get your shoulders down for Wheeler Yuta. Open match, clean win. And we're good there. All right. Now, this main event, I believe I had to change because the ladder match, for some reason, the ladder match is considered a high injury risk, and Christian Cage will not do it. However, a tables, ladders, and chairs match is only an average injury risk. Therefore, Christian Cage is willing to participate in it. He'll do a TLC. We'll just call it a ladder match, and then they'll inexplicably bring tables and chairs in. There we go. And that is 24 minutes. How much time before he retires, by the way? I don't remember when he planned on retiring. End of July. Okay, so we'll make sure to do something. I'll have to see when his last day technically is, so we can line up probably something. If you're gonna release Kenny King, gotta release Rhett Titus. No one wants Rhett Titus singles matches. Excuse me, you're not addicted to love? Yep, nothing there. We're gonna give Scott Armstrong that one. Can he be the road agent and referee? I can't remember. He can. Call it a ladder war. Yeah, why not? It fits. Oh, I should probably put the road agent notes here. Yeah, Ricky Starks is going to get that. Open match. Clean win, I guess. Yeah, it is a retrieval finish. We'll make sure to put that just in case. There we go. There we go. There and there. 3 minutes in the ring. Angle live. Character development. Ricky Starks working the crowd because he's celebrating. He wins. Hooray. 150 minutes and 12 segments. Means we're good. And it's green, so nothing there. $11,600. Good Lord. Oh, well, it's going to cost us a lot less money here very quickly because welcome to Kenny King's final Vertigo match. And probably Rhett Titus's. God damn. All right. I didn't get any warnings about titles, I think, so everything should be good. All right. Let's run it. All right, we're here for Vertigo Damnation 2023. It is a sold-out crowd here at Broadlawns Arena. The place is packed for a big, big show. We got an intro video running down the big stories with AR Fox and Christian Cage and Ricky Starks in our main event, to Calvin Tankman and Ty Ray with the Heritage title, to Kenny King and Rhett Titus getting their tag title match. But we're going to start with our opening contest. Two of the up-and-coming stars in Vertigo, Drew Parker and Trey Lamar. Good wrestling and decent reaction. Goes just 8.5 minutes. Flying foot stomp by Drew Parker, and he is going to get the win over Trey Lamar. The Rascals are here. They're going to be taking on the Neo Body Guys. Body Guys are looking for a little bit of momentum shift. They have been losing the last couple of weeks. It is not to be, as the Rascals in just over 11 minutes force Preston Vance to tap out and get the win for themselves here at the big show. We go to our next match. It is a sudden death three-way match. It is not a three-way dance. It's going to be first pinfall or submission. And great wrestling and decent reaction. Okay, actually, yeah, this probably was a good chance here, 61-64. So yeah, I think he can definitely rise up to it. Either way, a stunning upset, as it looked like Eddie Edwards is going to win, and then Christian Casanova ends up getting the pin on Eddie Edwards in just over 16 and a half minutes, and a huge win for Christian Casanova, taking out a former world champion. I guess you would, I mean, would either his Ring of Honor title win or his TNA title win at that point been considered world titles? I don't know. We'll call him a 2-time world champion. Christian Casanova beat him. Great match too. 70 for that. And that takes us to the world title being on the line. Matt Cardona challenges Mike Bailey for the world title. It does not go well for him, goes just over 18 minutes, and Mike Bailey gets the better of Cardona with a shooting star knee drop, makes his 6th official defense of the Vertigo world title. And that takes us into intermission. We are halfway through, and we get some promos backstage. AR Fox talking about tonight's main event. Calvin Tankman and Ty Ray both hyping up their match. Next, Mike Bailey talking about his win against Cardona, as well as Christian Casanova excited for his big upset in the match before. We are done with intermission, and that leads us to the Heritage title being on the line. Ty Ray defends against Calvin Tankman. Superb wrestling and decent reaction. It goes just over 14 minutes. Calvin Tankman ends up overpowering Ty Ray, pins him, and Calvin Tankman is the new Vertigo Heritage champion. And a great match between these two. And he celebrates with his newly won Heritage title and ending the reign of Ty Ray. We go to a match here before the tag title match. We get another couple of tag teams. The End taking on Heath and Hennig. We've seen a fair bit from both teams in recent weeks, and now they're facing off against each other here at Damnation. Goes just over 11 minutes, and then The End hits the last rites on Heath and gets the pin. Joe Hennig, the weak link here, as he couldn't seem to keep up with Pero and Odinson and Heath, unfortunately. The Vertigo Tag Team Championships are on the line. The Neon Ninjas defend against the All Night Express, who finally get their tag title match that they were promised back in June. And great wrestling, decent reaction. It goes just over 14 and a half minutes before Wheeler Yuta locks Kenny King into the Yuta lock. Kenny King tried to do what he could to get out of it, and they were unable to do it. And the fairy tale has continued for the Neon Ninjas. The fairy tale that they had even winning the titles, now going through their first official defense, beating the All Night Express and handing them their first loss in Vertigo. You say no one wants Rhett Titus singles matches, but he's got a 72. That would make him one of our top guys for sure, you know. I put him right up there with AR Fox. Rhett Titus, AR Fox are pretty much the same guy, right? Let's see what AR Fox actually does for this as we get to our main event. Oh, he's better than AR Fox. Our main event, Christian Cage, AR Fox, Ricky Starks, a 3-way ladder war. Hanging high up above the ring is a shot at the Vertigo World title. And superb wrestling and great heat between the three of them. And it goes just under 19 minutes. Ricky Starks ends up climbing up the ladder and retrieving the contract. And Ricky Starks celebrates as he now officially has a title match contract in hand. He has finally overcome it. It's been months of him trying to actually get his title match, and he has it in his hand as Fox and Cage both look pissed, as it seems as though the AR Fox Christian Cage feud didn't have a very satisfying ending for either one of them, as it ended in Ricky Starks winning this match. 67 wide selection of angles, and yeah, so definitely got our popularity up throughout the whole thing. Let's do, hey, Rhett Titus gonna be praised. AR Fox is gonna be praised for his performance. I'm gonna praise Mike Bailey for carrying Cardona into a decent match. Seem pleased. We lost $2,300, which not terrible, I guess. Gained a point in the Northwest, gained a point in Mid-South. All right. Good. There we go. Oh, my goodness. What up? Hey, Nemesis, how's it going? Just got done with the big event. Just got done with Damnation. Big things to work on. And on top of all that, I got the Gold Label Classic coming up after this. So this month is done, and I'm going to have to book out the Gold Label Classic again because it's that time of year. Ooh, oh boy, there's some stuff going on here. How's your guy doing? Which guy, I guess? Dolph Ziggler is set to leave WWE. Okay. Anything going on here? By the way, yeah, drew 1,000 fans. The show was awesome. BJW criticized creatively bankrupt and wasting some of the best workers in the company. Good Lord. Anyone leaving? Anyone else leaving? Scorpio Sky leaving AEW. Okay. Trent Seven leaving WWE. Okay. I think he's about the only guy that I could actually maybe potentially bring in, because I think we're probably still quite too small for Dolph Ziggler. 700 per show is not terrible for Trent Seven. Do I want to bring in Trent Seven though? That would be the thing. Saw the extended gameplay for GTA 6 from Netflix. I'm not feeling that game. I'd seen some of the little things that they were throwing in. It seemed interesting, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't play a ton of GTA 5, so you know, I don't think there was anything. Oh, wrestling couple split, Alley Cat and Chris Dickinson. Oh, that was still a thing in this game. Jesus. All right. Well. Good for her. Good for her that she got out of that. Let me see here. So yeah, we still got the live stage. So we still got another big show coming up. GCW have lowered their production values to amateur, lowered their broadcast quality to amateur, and lowered their music level to generic. That sounds about right. 16,700 people ended up watching Damnation. There you go. You're okay with Rhett Titus, but not Trent Seven? I mean, Rhett Titus has always been a fairly professional guy, hasn't he been? No, I haven't heard anything bad about Rhett Titus at least as a wrestler. I know some people consider him relatively boring, maybe. Does he even wrestle? He doesn't wrestle in Ring of Honor. Does he wrestle much at all? He's still not even 40, technically. Oh, God. He just wrestled a couple weeks ago against Nick Gage. What a match to find out that he's actually still wrestling. He's only wrestled 3 times this year. Oh, they did it. They did the All Night Express reunion already. That was my big thing, is they hadn't done an All Night Express reunion, and they actually did do the All Night Express reunion back in March. Let me see here. And then he followed that up. And then he followed that up by not wrestling until August, and then he teamed with James Ellsworth. And then he lost to Nick Gage. Jesus. "20 years of Bad Boy." Wasn't he? Oh no, was this a show that was he not in? No, he was. Okay. Oh, he teamed with Megan Bain. That makes sense. Nick Wayne was on the other side. I imagine there was probably some spot of Megan Bayne pressing Nick Wayne, slamming him, showing off her impressive strength against against Nick. 2K14 needs a remaster. I'm trying to remember how much I liked. I remember 2K14 was pretty good. Have they added a bunch of stuff with like universe mode to make it like, because universe mode, I think 2K14, I think like 13 and 12, 13, 14 were always pretty good with just random ass stuff happening in universe mode that you could like book a show around. It felt like it disappeared once 2K officially took over. Let's see here. Tetsuya Endo and Natsu Samire bonded recently. Mark Briscoe won the ROH Pure title. Tornado in the Southeast. That makes sense. And then a bunch of people looks like they're staying. That makes sense as well. And there's that. All right. Have you seen any gameplay of NBA 2K27? The body shapes look slimmed down. Yeah, funny you mentioned that. I'm planning on I already took the day off tomorrow because I really want to. I'm planning on getting 2K27 tomorrow. And my NBA Legacy really kind of sold me on it. As well as the My Career Eras. Both of those things. I wasn't really caring too much about 2K27 until they announced my NBA Legacy and My Career Eras. And I was like, all right, I think I'm sold. Because, yeah, those are like actual offline things that actually look pretty cool. So, yeah. You like the Cop Op My Career Story? The what? Yeah, I don't really follow any of the My Career stories. We'll skip that. Oh my god, I didn't actually use any of the damn angles either. Son of a bitch. All right, we are at, I don't know where they're gonna say we're gonna be, but this is Corkin Hall. As we're putting up stardom numbers right now, 1,500. Get that broadcasting going. Booking team meeting. Final stored amounts 248. I don't know if there's anything right now. Here, I'll spend creative energy for a creative finish. A big gamble. Let's try that again. God, they really. All right, I'm not gonna burn all my stuff here. No. Oh, co-op. Sorry. I was wondering, I was like, Cop-Op. I heard it was like not great because you can do a My Player, but then like the other person can't be a My Player as well. I thought like it has to be like only a certain amount of like superstars or something like that. If that's what I remember, is that I remember the second person in the co-op thing had a very limited selection on what they were able to do. If I remember right. Allowed to hang out backstage. Sure, why not? Basics and safety. Mei Saruga came with an angle idea. Now Ishikawa helped keep people happy. All right. All right. Let's knock this bad boy out because we are at least 2 hours in now. Yeah, we just over 2 hours in now. And so we start off with the three-way dance. I'm just looking at this real quick. And we're looking at Miku Kanai, Himawari, and Chie Koishikawa. And it is 16 minutes total. And Miku Miku's going to get the win. Open match. Open match. Clean win. Actually, you know what we're also going to do? We're going to make it... Miku can I keep it simple so she doesn't hurt anybody. And Chie is going to go first. All right, let me see here. We've got... Next up, I had Unagi and Kizuna. That is 9 minutes total. Not very long as Unagi. And then open match, and then clean win. Because Kizuna is a rookie in this, so... All right, we have got 6-person tag. We've got Revelation with Michiko. And then AI Princess on the other side with Mei Saruga. And 15 minutes total. And Michiko taking the win over... Let's do now. Open match, clean win. Why not? Well, I didn't put cheating, so I guess I didn't have them cheat. Yeah, it'll be fine. Angle. Throw that in. You know, it really, with the stuff that NBA 2K puts in, it's one of those things where it's like, God, there's a lot to shit on NBA 2K for as far as their microtransactions and everything is concerned, and a lot of their online stuff. But like the actual, like if you're an offline person, the work that they've put in is... for different game modes is actually quite good. It's one of those things that you can't really shit on them too hard because it's like, all right, well, they're actually still innovating gameplay. And it just makes me sad because, you know, I'm seeing some of the stuff for NHL and it's just like, God damn. I mean, I know they're not putting a ton into it because it's NHL, but Jesus Christ. It's like, there's a lot of stuff I would love to be in NHL that's in NBA 2K. Like not having to do the stupid be a pro. Me being able to maybe do like a franchise player lock type thing for NHL. Momo is not here. We're not paying her. Tag match. Risu and Jungle. Zuki and Momoka. 14. I think Kiona. I think Hazuki. I think if we give Hazuki the loss, I think we need that moment of like Hazuki actually losing to somebody. And I feel like of all people, it probably should be Kiona. We could wait, honestly. I might wait. I could just have Momoka take the loss and it'll be fine. Let's see. Add an angle. Drop that in. 5 minutes. Sirius. Konami. Attacker. Kiona. Victim. Here we go. Another match put in of Asahi versus Hina. It is 12 minutes. Asahi getting the win. Open match. Clean win. There we go. Another match. Yeah, that My NBA Legacy seems cool. I think I saw something where they don't have like, they might do an update. Maybe a lot of people are hoping there's an update where they can use like custom rosters. But yeah, I think some people mentioned taking the player DNA of like a player, if they wanted to use said player, considering they don't have eras or anything for the My NBA Legacy. But you could still basically bring them in by copying their DNA and then just pasting it on a random person after, you know, whoever you pick, some low overall guy. Let me see here. We've got Death Riot. We've got Marikoto. Yep. Nope, don't ignore. Number 1 contendership. Twin Spirit titles. And we're looking at Rini Yamashita getting the win over Kohaku. Open match, clean win. There you go. Oh, God, I don't have announcers. Son of a bitch. That's right. I forgot to get announcers. Yeah, we'll do Aihara and Osano also. Chris Charlton's there too, but I'm not gonna worry about that because we've got our people right now. Here we go. Osano. Aihara, Osano. All right, everything's good, except, yeah, they think Himawari and Miku slightly overused. That's fine. Gameplay looks okay. 2K27. Buy it first holiday sale. Yeah, I really haven't done, I really have kind of done that. Maybe not first holiday sale, like 2K26 this year. I really waited until like March. I think I bought the game for like $15. There have been times I have bought these games for not much. I think 2K25 was another one of those I didn't buy until at least Black Friday, but I've been playing on it. I kept 2K26. I played it a little bit, but not a whole lot, so I don't really mind the fact that I didn't pay a whole lot of money for it. It might have been like $12. It was one of those times where it was like ridiculously cheap. But yeah, 2K27 actually seems pretty good, so I'll actually be willing to try it, and even early too, because it looks pretty good. And a lot of people are talking about how there's some things that disappoint them, but the gameplay actually seems really cool, and they're just waiting for them to screw it up in a couple months with an update. Character development. We've got Asahi, Hanan. We've got Rina Yamashita, Risa Sarah. There we go. Main event that I don't think I pre-booked it. Did I pre-book it? Nope. All right, that's fine. Not a problem. But we did book it amongst the matches because Yuri won herself a shot at the Fighting Spirit title. And that's going 18, so 16-minute match. Mika Iwata getting the victory. Open match, clean win. Aihara Kagehiro Sano. And then closing it out. 6 minutes. Good Lord. All right. Hype. Mika Iwata once again. As well as now Kakuta. There we go. And I think we're good. I think everything's solid. 11, 120. Yep, 120, 11 segments. That is everything. Cool. Thinking of doing a My League on 2K21 PS4, but update to current rosters. Could be something. I don't remember 2K21 all that much, honestly. I feel like there was a point where I kind of stopped playing 2K for a little bit after 18. I had 19 for a little bit, and it was better than 18, but I think I kind of skipped 20 and 21. Or I didn't play it hardly at all. I know someone was doing, I think it was on like 2K17, I think they were doing modern rosters. I'm like, that's an odd one. Because usually 2K16 is the one that people actually like. I hadn't heard about someone still playing 2K17, but to each their own. All right. We are here for Idol Pros Live Stage 54, 1,600 people in Corkin Hall. For the end of the month live stage, we're going to start off with a three-way dance. Miku Kanai, Himawari, and Chieko Ishikawa being in the three-way here. Terrible wrestling and didn't have much heat. Himawari got eliminated first. Oh, they just plain out ignored me. They're like, nope, Himawari's going first, then Chie, because Chie needs to carry this. Miku Kanai was the weak link, but Chie was still willing to job for her as Miku Kanai getting the win, defeating Himawari and Chie and getting I think her first big win. I think that was her first real win here in Idol Pro. We had another one-on-one. Unagi Sayaka taking on the rookie Kazuna Tanaka. Goes just over 6.5 minutes. Not much to say other than it was a decent match. And Unagi, of course, getting the win over Kazuna. We got Revelation. All three members coming out there taking on Mei Suruga and AI Princess Michiko, carrying everybody as Yuki Arai was the weak link. And Jesus Christ, the worker that is Haru Naneko. This must have been oh yeah, this is 2020 Haru Naneko, so you know. Either way, Michiko ends up pinning Nao Ishikawa with a Swanton Bomb in just over 11.5 minutes and gets the win for Revelation. With that, she grabs the mic. She insults Momo Watanabe. She tells people Momo's not here. She decided not to show up to Corkin Hall for whatever reason, but she needs to confront her. She needs her to show up at Shinjuku Face at the next live stage event. So she is calling her. They're going to hopefully have a confrontation. Michiko will be at Shinjuku Face in a couple of weeks for live stage 55. She's planning on Momo being there as well. Arisu Endo teaming up with the Royal Spirit champion Jungle Kiona taking on Hazuki and Momoka Hanazono. Goes just over 12 minutes as the champ pins Momoka Hanazono with the spinning gut wrench power bomb and gets the win there. Kiona, of course, carrying everybody to these performances. And a solid match, a good match between the four of them there. And as she celebrates, Konami making her debut, attacks her out of nowhere reveals herself to the crowd. The crowd couldn't believe what they're seeing as Konami stomps her out. Grabs a microphone as Kiona is still recovering on the ground. Laughs at her, tells her she's still the weak person that she's known for years, and decides to challenge her next month, as they will be in Corkin Hall again for Tokyo's Most Wanted next month. And Konami is here to challenge Jungle Kiona and prove her to be the weak link that she knows, and take the Royal Spirit Championship from her, and tosses the mic at her and leaves. So the challenge has been thrown down. We'll see what happens with that. 17 as NCAA teams in my career. Oh yeah, that is the one that had it. I mean, 2K27 might have it in an update. Who knows? I don't know what that campus college hoops thing is going to be in February. Another match, Asahi this time taking on Hina. And she'll be watching closely the next match to determine the Twin Spirit championship contenders. But for the most part right now, just over 10 minutes, and gets the win over Hina. With that, we get to Death Riot taking on Mari Koto. The winner of this match will be the number one contender and the next challengers to the Twin Spirit Championships. Good match between the two, 15 and a half minutes. And Rina Yamashita hits Splash Mountain on Kohaku and gets the win for Death Riot. So Death Riot will be challenging the JD Lionesses in the future, probably next month at Tokyo's Most Wanted 3. So we'll have that to look forward to with the both of them, as Asahi and Hanan come out to have the face-off with them. They talk back and forth. They do have some respect for each other, so it's not like there's a lot of bad blood, but both teams are, of course, looking to win as they head into Tokyo's Most Wanted next month. And so there you go. Only playing eras on 2K27. I mean, I'll be playing my NBA Legacy, so technically that's modern era, so it's not really eras, but yeah, those are probably going to be my two biggest games I'll play, is my career eras and my NBA Legacy. Because technically I was already doing a my career eras through My League Player Lock on 2K25 recently, so it won't be too much to make it a little bit more official with a different player this time. I put myself in as like a center that perhaps would not exactly be Shaq, but might do well enough to keep the Orlando Magic from getting Shaq, and then just see what I could actually do as a Magic center, knowing that they're probably not going to be bad enough to draft Shaq. Or Penny, for that matter. Already saying this could be the best 2K in years. I mean, yeah, I saw that he was high on it. We'll see if that continues. I'd seen some people were pretty negative, but I've heard very good things about 2K, and I've seen some stuff with the Legacy that I'm really enjoying. So it's like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. I'll definitely check it out. I was gonna buy it today, but I'll just do it tomorrow. I get paid tomorrow too, so yeah. At this point, I get paid probably within the next 3 hours while I'm sleeping. We get to our main event. Mika Iwata defending the Fighting Spirit Championship against Yuri. Yuri had, in fact, I believe last month won a match to earn herself a shot at the title. She got it here, and she managed to last 15 and a half minutes. Very, very close, but wasn't enough, as a spinning heel kick takes her out, and Mika Iwata makes her second official defense of the Fighting Spirit title. Great wrestling and good heat, though. Yuri still not in the realm of Mika Iwata as far as performance goes, but I mean, she still did pretty okay for herself, I think. And as Iwata celebrates, now Kakuta comes out, announces she's not really planning on giving her much of a breather. She plans on challenging in just a couple weeks. The next time that Idol Pro is in Shinjuku Face for Live Stage 55. She will be challenging Mika Iwata, and so just a couple weeks after this one, it'll be Mika Iwata versus Nao Kakata for the Fighting Spirit Championship. They face off. Now leaves. Mika thanks the crowd, and that is the end of the show. 63. Perfect. I'll take it. Yeah, so Mika Iwata definitely deserves props. I'm going to give some encouragement to Miku Kanai, and I'll praise Rina Yamashita. Mika Iwata was pleased. Miku seemed pleased. Rina seemed pleased. All right. And god damn, we made money. Holy shit. I did not think that we were actually making that much money on ticket sales. Holy shit. All right. 12 grand just for running this. I don't want to game the system by just doing every freaking show at Korakuen Hall, but you are tempting me, game. It doesn't make realistic sense to do a whole bunch of Korakuen Hall shows, but fuck, that's good. That is some money. I mean, 12 grand isn't a lot, but it's good money for our level right now. All right. Yeah. So we gained a point, though. We've gained 3 different points there. I'll definitely take that. Hajimad using start before or after Hanakamura's death. I believe it started just after, because this started with TEW 2020, which I believe was like July. It was like July or August of 2020. So yeah, she was dead by that point, because she died at the end of May 2020. So yeah, she was gone by that point. Riho and Buddy Royal are dating. Dick Togo is a locker room leader in Noah. Casey telling this pregnancy. A lot of people staying with WWE. Oh man, remember Baba Tunde? Or whatever the fuck he was named. I don't think that's what he was named when he wasn't his gimmick at some point? Wasn't his gimmick at some point he was aligned with Apollo Crews when Apollo Crews was going through his I'm Nigerian thing? We got some deals expiring. That's fine. 5,700 people watched. Chie Koshikawa has charisma. She has a lot of upside. All right. Commander Aziz. That's what he was. I was like, wasn't he the one who was with Apollo Crews? Yeah, Commander Aziz. Shame we can't. Long shot story in Madden 18. Shame we can't get a full-on NCAA basketball game. I'm holding out hope. We'll see what next year brings. They're supposed to have over 100 teams. Obviously, that's not every Division 1 team because it's over 300. But I don't know. Maybe it goes well, and maybe they decide to do an actual college hoops game. I hope. There's at least a little bit of hope, and I probably shouldn't have it. But I would love a modern college hoops game. I've mentioned it so many times when I've played college hoops. I just want a modern college hoops game. Please. Fuck 2K for monopolizing basketball console. Technically, they didn't monopolize it. Like it's not like EA where they got the sole, like where it's not like EA where they have the license, like the license like with the NFL. People can make an NBA game. It's just EA sucked at it and they ended up junking it. Hollywood beckons Drew Galloway. Oh my goodness. El Tejano. Wasn't he the one that died in Mexico? Was it El Tejano Jr. who died with that accident with Mysterio? I think it was him. Chris Brooks won the independent junior heavyweight title. Naruki Doi loaned out. New champion in Noah. Kotoge, the junior heavyweight title. Hot Property Arisu Endo. The Blue Meanie retired. No? Was it not him or was it? Oh, Para Aguayo. I'm sorry. He had a similar looking gimmick though, didn't he? Or I guess he shouldn't because the Para Aguayo thing happened long before 2020 though, wouldn't it be? Because the Para Aguayo thing was like 2016 or something, wasn't it? It was like 10 years ago now. I couldn't remember exactly who it was. Yeah. All right, so we are finally to the next month. And I got to deal with all the broadcasting stuff. That's not too hard. I don't think we're big enough yet to get any serious broadcasting that'll actually give us money. So I'm just going to stay with YouTube for at least another 6 months, I think. I was going to say, like, I know it happened in that short amount of time that between his WWE stuff, obviously. 2K wasn't so lazy they make new college hoops. I have a feeling they're testing the waters in February. And depending on how that goes, maybe they'll do more. Who knows? I feel like they might still do at least one game. God, I just want one game. Just one game. Just give us the game. Make it a PC game. And don't make it shit. Still wish Dario Cueto. I'm probably not going to get him. I don't see myself getting him or needing him. I think at this point we're probably good. Oh man, we're going to start immediately with a Vertigo show. So we've got that, and then Idol Pro. We've got Tokyo's Most Wanted at the end of the month. I'm probably going to move it up a day. I'll just do that now since I'm thinking about it. It's not going to be that Saturday. Too many people are gone that Saturday. We're just going to move it to Friday. Normal. There you go. Who has Caesar signed? Oh God, I gotta look. I don't know. I think he's still under Dario Cueto. He's unemployed. He's $60. Nah, I don't see myself using him in any meaningful way, to be honest. I just don't see it. That's just my own personal feeling. But yeah, I think we're good. I think everything's solid here. Yeah, I think we're gonna just save game just to make sure. So yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. I think it's been 2.5 hours now, so I am good. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. We'll have a whole new month. I got to do a whole lot of stuff with I got to do a whole lot of stuff with the lead up for Idol Pro, and then Vertigo's got the, oh my God, where is the, Vertigo's got the Gold Label Classic. I got to get 32 people plus probably a couple of, I don't know, look in the short list and find some people. I think some people who might want to, I don't remember getting, yeah, I'll probably find a couple people here that maybe I could grab for bring in Brock Lesnar. Is he willing? No, of course not. Is John Cena? No, of course not. I'll find a couple people because I usually have I'll usually have a couple of wild cards, and I think I had a couple people in mind, so I'll figure that out, and yeah, I'll have the tournament ready to go. So thank you guys, I appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.